Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Google Classroom. Children, in the previous lesson, we have read a traditional tale from Student Anthology Book 1. It was The Pumpkin in the Jar. I hope you also tried to read the story at home at least 2 to 3 times. Today we'll complete its written task from Student Activity Book. So please take out your Oxford International English Student Activity Book 1. Hurry up. Before starting the lesson, have a look at the learning objectives. Can I retell the main events of the story? Can I scan through the text to answer literal questions? Children, to recall the main events of the story, I'll ask you some questions in intro starter activity. Are you ready for it? Okay. The first question is, where is the story set? Where is the story set? Yes, you are right. The story is set in a forest. The second question is, what was the king looking for? What was the king looking for? Yes, what's the answer? That's good. The king was looking for, or you can say the king was hunting for a deer. The next question is, to whom king met in the forest? To whom king met in the forest? Who will tell me the answer? To whom king met in the forest? Yes, you are right. He met to a beautiful maiden who was watering some pumpkin plants. King asked her for some water. She served water in the only one old cracked cup to the king. Is it so? Yes. My next question is, what did maiden do with the cup? What did maiden do with the cup? Yes, absolutely right. She threw cup onto the ground and it smashed into 100 pieces. Now come to the next question. What did the servant give? What did the servant give to the maiden? What did the servant give to the maiden? Do you remember? Let me tell you. Servant gave a large jar with thin neck and tiny top to the maiden with a message. He told her that the king wants her to bring a whole pumpkin in this jar. Question number 6 is, had she solved the problem? Or you may ask, had she solved the problem? Or you can say the task. What do you think? Had she solved the problem? Yes, she took a few months to solve the problem. She put a pumpkin seed in the jar with some soil and watered it every day. Gradually, a pumpkin grew and the jar filled with it. Then she brought it to the king. Is it so? Yes. And the last question is, what happened at the end of the story? What happened at the end of the story? Yes, king got married to the maiden and they lived happily ever after. Now, open page number 40 on your activity book. Hurry up. Take out your activity books and open page number 40. Have you opened? Now, draw a line at the top of the page to write day, date and classwork. Today it is Friday, 19th March 2021. Hurry up. Write day, date and classwork quickly at the top of the page. Hurry up, I am waiting for you. Have you written? That's great. Now, put your finger on question number 1. Are you ready? Okay. Question number 1 is, what was the king hunting for? Here are 3 options. Fish, deer, pumpkins. Fish, deer or pumpkins. You have to tick in the correct box. Yes, you are right. The king was hunting for a deer, so that you will tick in this box. Have you done? Okay. Question number 2 is, what happened to the cup after the king drank from it? Now, here are again 3 options. Sentence number 1 is, the king took it, it smashed into hundreds of pieces, or it was lost. Yes, just think about it. What happened to the cup after the king drank from it? Yes, you are right. It smashed into hundreds of pieces, so that you will tick in this box. Have you done? That's good. Question number 3 is, find these words in the story. The first word is curtsied and the second word is bowed. Do you remember what is the meaning of courtesied? Yes, it is a formal way of greeting. We put one foot in front of the other and bend the knees to greet the other one. Okay? And how do we bow? Yes, it is an action. In it, we bend the head or upper part of our body as a sign of respect, greeting, or shame. Okay? Now, put your finger here. In the story, who bowed? Do you remember who bowed in the story? Yes, king. It was king who bowed in front of the maiden. So that you will write here king on the first line. Now come on the next one line. In the story, who curtsied? What will you write on the second line? Who curtsied? She was maiden. So that on the second line you will write maiden. You may check the spellings from the answer key. Yes. Have you written king and maiden? That's great. Now turn your page. It is page number 41. The first question on this page is, why did the maiden say to the servant that the task would take a few months? Tick the correct answer. Here are 3 options. The maiden had to look after her garden. The maiden wanted to make the king wait. The pumpkin would take months to grow. What do you think? What is the correct answer? Yes, you are right. The pumpkin would take months to grow. That's why she says to the servant that the task would take a few months, okay? So that you will tick in this box. All of you have done? That's good. Now, come on the next page. It is page number 42. The first question on this page is, which word describe the maiden in the pumpkin in the jar? Draw a circle around the words you choose. Students, can you tell me what are the describing words? Do you remember? Yes, describing words are adjectives. Do you remember? Describing words are called adjectives, and with the help of adjectives, we can describe the physical and inner quality of any person. Okay? Here are some adjectives: big, beautiful, silly, bad, kind, mean, clever. Mean means unkind or unfair. Now you have to circle the suitable words or suitable adjectives for the maiden. Can you tell me? Was she big? No. Okay. Was she beautiful? Yes, she was very beautiful. So that you will draw a circle here. What about silly or bad? No. Okay. Was she kind? Yes, she was kind. So that you will draw a circle around this word. And what about mean and clever? Yes, she was clever. So that you will draw another circle around this word. Here are three words that are describing the maiden. They are beautiful, kind, and clever. Now, come on the next question. Question number 2 on this page is, which words describe the jar? Write them in the jar. Adjectives tell the color, size, shape, and texture of a noun also. Here in this jar, you will write the words which are describing this jar. Okay? Now read the word bank with me. Tiny top, chipped, thin neck, old, large, or cracked. Yes. Can you tell me the suitable adjectives for this jar? Very nice. It has tiny top. Can you see? It has tiny top. Is it chipped? No. It has thin neck? Yes, it has thin neck. Is it old? No. Is it large? Yes. Is it cracked? No. So you will write tiny top, thin neck, and large in this way. Look at this picture. In this way you will write tiny top, thin neck, and large in the jar. Okay? All of you have written? That's good. Now, come on the next page. The first question on this page is find 5 words with the E sound as in 3 and write them here. Then add one of your own. You can find E words on anthology pages 44, 46 and 47. You will read the story and find E words on anthology pages. Okay? And you have to write on these small lines. In the next question, you will find a phrase. Phrase mean a group of words that shows you that the story is a traditional tale from the past. Write it here. Do you remember how the story starts? Yes, it begins many years ago. Many years ago tells us that it is a traditional tale from the past. Then how will you write it? Look at this page. You will write in this way, many years ago. Have you done? That's great. Now it's time for plenary. For the plenary, turn your page and write classwork on page number 45. Have you written classwork on page number 45? Okay. All of you know that every sentence begins with a capital letter and most of the sentences end with a full stop. So, here in the first question, you will add the missing full stop and capital letters. Read the question with me. Write these sentences, adding the missing full stop and capital letters. Many years ago, a king lived in the forest. He was very lonely. Yes, you have to add missing full stop and capital letters, and you will rewrite the sentence on these 2 lines. The next question is, finish these sentences about the pumpkin in the jar. Don't forget the full stops. Look at this question. A dash met a maiden. K. Complete the spellings. What do you think will come here? Yes, a king. A king met a maiden, and the sentence will be finished at a full stop. That's great. You will end the sentence with a full stop. Now, this is sentence number 2. He drank from her cup. You will complete the spellings of cup here and end the sentence with a full stop. Sentence number 3 is the maiden smashed the cup. The maiden smashed the cup. End the sentence with a full stop. Now look here. You will complete the spellings in this way. King, cup, and maiden. Check your spellings. Have you completed the work? Yes. You will complete the sentence. You will edit the sentence in this way. The first letter will be capital. After the full stop, the new sentence will begin with a capital letter and you will end it with a full stop. You will complete these spellings and you will end all these sentences with a full stop. I hope everything is clear to you. Stay safe and healthy. Allah Hafiz.